Thank you for this interview. I received my PhD from the Department of Aeronautics at the California Institute of Technology in 1994, and then I started my education career in universities. I have taught in Taiwan for 18 years before moving to Hong Kong. Time flies when you're doing something meaningful. I joined the Department of Mechanical Engineering, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University in 2012 as a professor, and I have been the head of the Department of Aeronautical and Aviation Engineering since 2019. I've taught 6 different subjects, mainly fluid mechanics and thermodynamics related subjects in Polyu. These subjects are the most fearful ones often complained by students, mainly because heat, energy, and most fluids, such as air and flow, you cannot actually see it. Okay? It is difficult for them to learn fluid mechanics, aerodynamics, or the relevant equations without seeing, feeling the fluid and heat flows. To arouse their interest and enhance their learning, I have designed many state-of-the-art laboratory experiments to let them see and feel the motion of fluid and energy flows. Students can then relate the fluid and heat flow kinetics to the force and heat transfer measurements and understand the fluid dynamics and the energy transport. Also, students can learn abstract concepts in a more intuitive way. Let me take a flow over cylinder as an example. As you can see in this picture, that flow is from left to right, and when it flow over the cylinder, you can see the wake is formed, and you can see clearly that there's a pair of counter-rotating vortices. And then when students see this picture, and then compare with the force measurement, they realize that there's a high pressure in front of the cylinder, low pressure behind the cylinder, and that's why there's a strong drag force formed. And so students can see and feel the fluid flow and learn fluid mechanics in a much more intuitive way. It's much better than just learning the equations. After seeing, feeling, and doing the vivid flow and heat motions, students can learn subjects like fluid mechanics, fluids engineering, aerodynamics, and aircraft propulsion systems in a more intuitive way. They gain confidence and interest in learning. Some of the students are motivated to be the researchers in those areas. For me, I always believe that education is not the feeding of a pail, but the lightening of a fire. 教育不是注满一桶水，而是点燃一把火. I feel achieved when I see my students enjoy learning and are successful in different fields.